Imagine a small city where everyone loves buying smartphones. When only one rare phone model exists in the entire city, that phone becomes incredibly valuable because hardly anyone can get one. But when factories begin producing thousands of identical phones, they become common. Suddenly, each phone isn't as special or expensive as before. This is how supply and demand begin to shape value in a real market. Now imagine that suddenly everyone in the city wants the newest smartphone, but the factory keeps producing the same number of units. Because more people are competing for the same limited supply, prices rise. This is demand-driven inflation. Too many buyers chasing too few goods. Another scenario happens. People want the same number of phones as before, but a factory fire destroys half the production line. Now there are fewer phones available, even though demand hasn't changed. Because supply drops, prices go up. This is inflation caused by production shortages. One customer buys a new phone, loves it, and posts about it online. The post goes viral. Soon, crowds rush into stores and buy every phone available. Manufacturers try to produce more devices, but raw materials and components become more expensive. To cover these rising costs, companies increase the price of their phones. Now imagine nothing changes about how many phones are produced and people don't suddenly want more devices. But everyone starts receiving larger paychecks because the government increases the amount of money circulating in the economy. Since more cash exists overall, each unit of currency becomes slightly less valuable. Even though phone supply remains unchanged, prices still rise simply because money itself has lost some purchasing power. This is monetary inflation. Things escalate. Prices keep climbing, so the government prints even more money to help citizens afford goods. At first, it feels helpful. People can buy phones again. But as more money floods the economy while production stays limited, prices begin to rise even faster. The government prints more money again, and again, and again. Each time new money enters circulation, businesses raise prices to keep up with increased demand and rising costs. Soon, prices climb so quickly that people need huge amounts of cash just to buy basic items. The system begins to feel unstable and unrealistic. Eventually, the government realizes the currency has lost too much trust. They withdraw the old money from circulation and introduce a new currency, hoping to reset the economy and restore stability. Over time, people learn an important truth. Inflation itself is not always harmful. If someone's salary increases at the same pace as rising prices, their lifestyle stays relatively stable. If a person's income grows faster than prices, they become wealthier and can afford more goods and opportunities. But if income remains unchanged while prices keep rising, that person becomes poorer and struggles to keep up with everyday expenses. Gradually, citizens begin to understand that everyone participates in the economy. Every individual represents someone trying to adapt in a world where prices fluctuate, money changes value, and resources shift over time. To protect themselves from rising costs, many people start investing in businesses, property, or assets that grow in value. Over time, these investments help them stay ahead as the economy evolves. And sometimes, when inflation spins completely out of control, the whole situation becomes absolutely chaotic. Please subscribe.